and welcome to the Hmongipino Podcast, bringing you love, culture, and having fun to your life.
Yes, sir.
I'm Danga,
I'm Impact.
and welcome to our channel.
Mm-hmm.
First off, we want to thank everyone who's been following us so far on Instagram, on TikTok, and we appreciate the love and support. And if you're new to the space, welcome.
Welcome. I guess we usually do a check-in.
Yeah.
Right? How you doing, Bubba?
But I'm good. This is our first podcast. This is our first episode. And even though it's like our first time coming out, there's so many things that have been going on behind the camera that we're still learning about, still
That's right.
trialing and just experiencing as for first time podcasters. So I'm excited and nervous and excited at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm excited too, and it's been a slow journey to kind of like get everything together, but we're gonna learn as we go, and I think that's the beauty of it too, because you are gonna learn and grow with us too as well. So it's a journey together.
Yeah, so thanks.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So for today, we thought it would be great to just speak and talk a little bit about ourselves. I know there's some people out there who may know our story and know us a little bit more than other people. So we thought this episode will be just about who we are and why we're really doing this, pretty much, right?
yeah.
Yes. So, Danga, you want to start first?
Yeah. So I'm Danga. I am a first generation Filipino American born and raised in LA, Los Angeles, California. I grew up, my parents had me when they were really young. My mom had me when she was young. So, yeah, she was pretty cool. She grew up in the 80s, 90s, where hip hop and R&B was like really popular, and so I was introduced to dancing through my mom. As a Filipino, she's always like making us dance in the living room, and she just made it look so fun. And being with my family, I was having such a great time, and I took that love of dancing and hip hop, and I joined dance teams throughout elementary school and high school. I went to college at UCLA, doing the dance program there, joining a bunch of dance crews like Samahang Modern and ACA and Versatile Dance Company with Jackie Lopez and Breezely.
Shout out to Jack Lee's and
Shout
Bruce
out
Lee.
to Versatile. After I graduated from UCLA, I went into Culture Shock, Los Angeles, was a dancer, turned choreographer, turned director, turned everything there. I learned a lot about a dance organization and how to apply myself and take dance and not just do it as a performance dance, but take it to how do I share that gift to everyone around me. So I started teaching outside after school programs, which led me to my dream job at Kipaluminar Academy as their founding dance teacher. Taught the whole school dance and hip hop, taking all of the tools I learned there, and yeah, that's been my whole life, is just dancing and performing and
amazing.
teaching.
That's the beginning majority of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say. All right. You mentioned Samahong. Can you talk a little bit more about that? Like, is that like just a regular hip hop team, or is it like a cultural hip hop team?
Yeah, it's the Filipino hip hop team at UCLA.
Okay.
And I was there I started 2002. And when I first went to UCLA, that's when I learned about all the dance community and the different dance teams around LA. And I didn't know like that was like a thing. Like they had dance hip hop teams at different colleges, and like at Irvine, there's one at Cal State Long Beach, and where else? Fullerton, San Diego, and they'd all compete against each other.
Oh, the collegiate teams.
Yeah, collegiate teams.
That's right.
And with Samahang, we did PCN2 Filipino Culture Night also, which is really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I know PCN. I done a good share of my PCN experience. I don't know. I just love it. I think it was great to learn about the Filipino culture, to celebrate it, and to eat the food, and just to be amongst your people. So I thought that was cool when I was also performing with a Filipino dance team.
I think growing up, I felt always distant from my Filipino culture side. Just growing up as a Filipino American, my parents spoke English, and it was just English all the time, and always trying to assimilate to American culture. So I didn't really get into like the roots of Filipino culture until I joined Samahang, until I went to college, and I learned about the roots. I learned about the cultural dances and the language. I tried to learn Tagalog in college. I took Spanish in high school, and I remember Spanish, and luckily the words are a lot of the words are the
Pretty
same.
similar?
Yeah, but I
Okay.
still have trouble with Tagalog. Yeah, so
All right.
that's my life. Oh yeah, and I
That's
met
cool.
you in Culture Shock.
No, not. Yeah, oh yeah, it is close shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I met you somewhere in the mix of all my
In
dance,
the mix of
my dance
dance
life.
I feel like our journey has been a big mix of, I guess, dance for sure, and a lot of cultural experiences, and
Do you want to tell us about
Teaching.
your story?
so where do I start? I mean, my mom and dad came to the United States after the Vietnam War. My dad was a soldier for the United States in the Secret War within the Vietnam War. So if you want to know more about that, just research it. He was actually a Morse code reader.
Cool.
Yeah. So he was doing that for the United States, and then after the Vietnam War, my mom, dad migrated to the United States with my family, my older siblings during the time. I come from a big family. I have 6 sisters and total 5 brothers, so it's six total, so 12 kids. I was born in the United States, Hmong American, and just like any young Asian American growing up, probably you're just trying to figure out what you want to do and who you want to be. So just a lot of self-identity discovery, trying to learn and grow. And I think I learned a lot about myself, and I became who I am today because of dance. And I think it's because of hip-hop dance. And that was when I discovered dance in my mid-school years, in like the late 1990s to early 2020s. That was 2000. I mean, not 2020, 2000s. Yeah, started dancing and started breaking first. There was a breaking club at my middle school. Shout out to Big John. He was a big figure that helped run the club during that time. There was a bunch of people that was young kids during the time that was dancing, breaking together. So that kind of helped introduce me to what breaking was. I mean, I feel like I already was kind of learning how to dance and subconsciously moving around as a young kid already in the 1990s, early 90s, because my sister and brother was also breaking and dancing as well. So that had led me to kind of feel like when I rediscovered breaking again in my early teen years, that's when I was, oh wow, I really want to do that. I'm gonna try to do it. And then the funny story is that my twin brother Villain, we both started at the same time. We went to our living room. I believe he was coming from upstairs and I was coming from the living room, the kitchen area. And we met up in the living room, and it was weird. We kind of was just like, hey, what are you doing here? And we just ended up started dancing. And then he was just like, yeah, I'm breaking. What are you doing? I'm breaking too.
Wait,
And then
how
we started
old were you
breaking.
guys?
I would say we were part 13, 12, 13, probably 13. I would say around 12, 13. Started practicing and learning together. And that led us to creating a crew, Underground Flow. We thought it was great to transition from middle school to high school with a new crew. And Underground Flow, we just celebrated 23 years yesterday.
Yeah.
Shout out to Underground Flow, my crew, our crew. Yeah, you guys gonna learn more about them throughout this journey too. But anyway, started my crew, Underground Flow. Went to high school. That's where I discovered performing arts. There was a dance company there called Masterpiece Dance Company. And I joined them, learned how to choreograph, got a chance to stage myself on stage and perform with my friends. Throughout my teenage year, I was still competing as well in breaking. So that led me to, learn more about the Southern California culture as well. Because I would travel from Sacramento to LA as well to compete. And so I would hear a lot of story about the different dance team a little bit from, other friends that dance, And yeah, graduated from high school, and I decided to go to college in Cal State Long Beach. And I danced with Pac Monner. Pac Monner was actually one of the big reasons why I actually went to Cal State Long Beach. Joined the dance team and learned a lot about the collegiate teams and competition in the community out here.
Nice.
They're also a Filipino dance team. That's where I got introduced to more of PCN. I mean, I've done some PCN and Filipino culture nights in Sacramento before already, but in Southern California, it was a little bit different, right? I feel
You
like
did some in NorCal?
yeah. I mean, I didn't perform, but I attended some.
Oh, okay.
There are some in Sacramento.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, started dancing. Did Pac for a good almost 2 years, one season, and had a good time. I thought about doing it again, but I decided to continue my breaking career. 'Cause I wanted to compete more, and did that. But I also wanted to still perform. All right, I wanted to still be on stage. I was still wanted to choreograph. I still wanted to, just be a different a artist that kind of be able to express himself a different way, right? Because in breaking, you're competing majority of the time, but you also are not on stage much time, right? It's usually in a circle or competition realm, dancing against another opponent. So I would say I joined Cold Shot because I really wanted to further my performing arts theater, and that led me to meeting you,
Yeah.
right? That led me to meeting my beautiful wife here, and I'm so happy that I got a chance to grow within the Culture Shock Los Angeles organization as well. I learned a lot about not just dance, but about community engagement, dance education. I mean, teaching and working with different type of audience. From kids to adults to special needs kids to all type of people. So I'm blessed. I'm really thankful for Coach Shock. Shout out to Coach Shock Los Angeles.
Shout out
I had a
to
good
Culture
time,
Shock.
and that's when I met you. And I directed Future Shock Los Angeles with you.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I guess
Was it
let's
a year?
continue there. I guess that's a little introduction to who I am.
First, we danced together. I was
yeah.
on the commercial team, and you were in the breaking crew.
Breaking team.
And in Culture Shock, during that time, they had different crews. They had a popping crew, a locking crew, breaking crew, and then a commercial crew. And then we'd have our own separate practices. And then once a week, we'd all come together and practice together. And that's when, I mean, it wasn't like love at first sight, but we had a lot of time to like dance as a company. And then when you dance with the company after practice, you hang out and you get to socialize as a company. And we socialized in
That's right.
2008. And yeah,
2008. It was my birthday. I was turned 21. I was super excited to celebrate my 21st birthday.
he just turned 21.
I heard there was a person who know about all these amazing like nightclubs, events, and the go-to person, and the go-to person was her.
Yeah.
And so I decided to ask her if she wanted to go not asked her if she wanted to go to my birthday party, but I really was trying to get some details. Hey, what's a great
Where to go?
where to go? You know, what's a great club? Even though I know some place that I was planning to go to, but I thought it was a great way to kind of just talk to her.
Before I met him,
Yeah.
I thought he my first initial not reaction, but what do you call it? Impression was that he was kind of mean. He was very quiet,
Wow.
and he had long hair and he tied it back. And
I have long hair right now too.
yeah, but he had like your ponytail.
Yeah, I
and it
have a
made him look
ponytail,
like
too.
kind of like gangsterish, and I
Oh,
was like
okay.
kind of scared to talk to him.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
he never
Well.
talked to me until his birthday, and then he asked me about where it was a fun place to party at, and I was like, oh, he's kind of nice. I didn't know.
You're funny. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess it's just something that my hockey was kind of high, right?
Yeah.
Like the level of I guess how I am, but I'm a nice person, you know that.
Yeah, you're one of the nicest
I think I
people in the whole world.
yeah, I'm chill, but I feel like it's just also because of the breaking culture. You know, you have to be strong, you hold your ground, you have to know how to control your ego to protect you at some of the most vulnerable time in your life. So, and not just that, I feel like I grew up in a area where there was a lot of gang violence. So you need to kind of know how to showcase yourself without even talking sometimes. So I feel like that was something that naturally was, you know,
Yeah.
on me, I guess. What do you call that? Like street
Street presence.
presence. Street presence. Yeah,
Street presence.
that's what it is. So, but along with breaking, I feel like that's increased even more, right? Because it's a competition dance that you have to make sure you stay on top of your game. That's all it is. And
I was impressed
you go.
by your breaking skills. Like from what I knew about breaking, I was like, oh, it's like handstand freeze. But
What?
But when I saw you, I was like, whoa, he's like real b-boy.
Oh, for sure, I'm a real b-boy. Why am I directing Coach Shock breaking team?
I
during
didn't
time?
know. I didn't have a lot of experience in that
No.
side of hip hop.
It's okay. I feel like you learned though, right?
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about Coach Shock Los Angeles is it definitely provide a safe place first, right? And then lots of way to learn and grow in the hip hop culture. So I appreciate Coach Shock Los Angeles.
Yeah, so we danced together, performed together. We taught Future Shock together.
Yep.
We started Freestyle Fridays together.
Freestyle Fridays. Shout out to everyone who knows Freestyle Fridays.
What was Freestyle Fridays?
Freestyle Fridays. It was a open session. It was a community. I will say more of a community. We built a community. Every Friday we had an open session. And every month, we had at least a battle and at least a workshop every other week, I think, from my memory. But it was great. Boogie Zone Utopia was the location we had it at. Shout out to Elms. That was great. We had a really great 2 years run before, life happens.
Yeah.
So I do miss Freestyle Friday and all the people that used to come and get down, because we really did build a community. The people that showed up was, great. I mean, I still get some random people that come up to me and talk about Freestyle Friday sometime. So I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Definitely left some big mark on people's life.
And then life happens.
Yeah. Anyway, so we got together in 2008. We got together in 2008, danced, directed, performed, and taught a lot together. And I feel like, ever since then, we haven't really worked together, right? I know you mentioned about your conditions. I know that was one of the reasons why.
I didn't mention it.
Well,
yet.
in other podcasts that we'll
Yeah.
be posting prior to this. You want to talk a little bit about that? I mean, before we move on to explaining why we even started this,
Yeah.
I mean, we're moving on to this, why we want to start this in the first place.
Yeah. So in 2016, no, actually 2013, I was having a lot of health issues. Like my my legs would tremor and my feet would drag, and I didn't know what was the cause of it. I thought like I had a pinched nerve or something. And I went to many doctors, many PTs, many specialists for about 3 years trying to find out what it was. And in 2016, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, which was which sucked. I was trying to find a better word, but it kind of sucked because I had to change my whole lifestyle. It was hard for me to dance, and I had to stop doing my job.
Yeah, I mean, you literally stopped teaching, which was your main dream job.
Yeah.
I think that was something that really, for me, as a person who's a dream chaser myself, that saying you have to stop doing what you love was something that, it hurt me, right? Because I'm close to you too as well. So it made me, one, was scared for you because I wonder what else you wanted to do, because I know dance was such a big part of your life, right? And then I guess two, just trying to figure out what else you're going to do to, one, enjoy life, or the other is make money, right? Because I guess you had to have something in order to have some sort of happiness. I'm not saying money buys happiness, but it plays some parts in the conditioned lifestyle that or society we live in right now. So
yeah,
but yeah, I mean,
so my life had to change, and I know we can deep dive into that another
talk about another time, but
yeah, just having to do a drastic change and jumping into the unknown. And but what I loved about it is that you stuck with me through these changes. I know we were like maybe 8 years in to our relationship, and it was like, if you want to leave me, it's okay, right?
I don't remember if it was 8, but
something like that. But then
no,
because I knew it was going to be hard for me, but then
I didn't know it was gonna be hard for you, or I didn't know. Honestly, I'm always as ignorant as you're with that condition about MS. So I mean, even now, I'm still learning every day more and more, right?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's part of life, I guess, just learning more about stuff. But that's just one of the main thing we have to kind of learn more about and grow on, right?
Yeah.
But that definitely stopped you from dancing. So I feel like our life and journey have kind of like separated a little bit, not fully, but I'm talking about in terms of passion,
just
right?
Took a different
different term.
I mean, I got into DJing after I stopped dancing, which was a way for me to still be tied to music and hip hop and still be able to create without having to jump around and move around. But still, it's a little hard. And you made it so easy by carrying all my equipment and being there as a support system.
You're number one crate boy.
Crate boy.
Yeah, but I mean, just as great as you are with dance, you are as well with DJing, and I feel like that's something I always tell people is that if you're good at something, you're gonna be great at anything else because you know how to be good at something already. So I feel like your transition to DJ was a beautiful journey too. One is it's still part of the hip hop culture. The other is you're still working with music. You're still moving with music in a different way. You're still choreographing music to music in a different way too. As a DJ. So I love your mix. If you are interested in listening to Danga's mix, check her out on SoundCloud.
I'm on SoundCloud.
She has amazing mixes.
_Danga_Dang.
Yeah.
But then that leads us to why we're doing this podcast.
Yep. So like I mentioned earlier, Danga, ever since Danga had MS, we was focusing on her health, right? Her health, and making sure everything is as best as possible to even move forward, right, with what we have to do in life or what we want to do in life. Not saying that we weren't focusing on this or on enjoyment or anything, but we wasn't doing much together again because I was still full-time dancing. I'm still dancing, and you were transitioning into different part in your life, right? That's DJing. I feel like when you found DJing, that kind of led us doing more stuff together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, we used to direct Coach Shock, Los Angeles Food Shock team, and that was I always tell her that was one of my most favorite memories with her, because I learned so much about leading, right? And I learned so much about being a leader through you. And I feel like you're my teacher as a director too. So
And I have to
I
give
learned a lot.
credit to my
Yeah.
teachers before me, Jackie Lopez and Tiffany Bong, who given me the tools on how to be a great teacher, how to incorporate artistic hip hop forms, and how to best teach others. So thank you.
Yes to that. Like Tiffany Bong is actually my sifu, my teacher. She taught me how to be a teaching artist. So shout out to her. Check her out on UniverSoul Hip Hop. They have a lot of great things happening right now, to shows, to dance education, to everything. So check them out.
Shout out to Jackie
we'll
Lopez
put that
and
in
Breezely
info.
too, or
Yes.
Versatile. I think they're getting an award or something.
Oh,
right?
yes, a
in
teaching
New York.
award.
Yeah,
They teach at UCLA.
they're
Yeah,
great teachers, and they're teaching
great.
many communities. And make sure to check them out. Versatile.
Yes,
What is it?
versatile.
I don't know the
Versatile.
website.
Versatile Dance.
Yeah.
.org, I believe. But
So-
everything we'll put in the info.
So, and I've always loved working with you too. I think we make a great team, and we know how to support and complement each other with whatever projects we do. And I
Mhm.
think doing this podcast is going to be great as well. Another
New journey.
thing to create.
Yeah, so that's why we're doing this. I guess just to transition into the last part of today that we were just kind of talk about and kind of express our information, our feeling, and why are you doing this, bub? Why are you doing this?
Of course, like I said, like I do want to create with you.
Yes.
And I do have like self reasons why.
Mhm.
I just to be honest and transparent, I'm pretty introverted. I'm a pretty introverted person in my core, and I always have trouble speaking out or like making my voice heard. So I think this is a good place to find my voice and to speak it and scream it and love it. And I think I have lots of things to share, and I hope to inspire others, not just but with my words, but with my actions. And I'm hoping if there are any other people fighting MS, or anyone that's going through a hard time, or someone that's in a relationship with another person from another culture, like you can find something in our podcast that might inspire you or give you different perspective. And I hope you enjoy and have fun and laugh and
Yes.
be inspired. How about you?
I am here because of you. I'm not gonna lie. One, I want to do something with you, and this is part of one way to kind of enjoy and learn about each other more and share our journey, at the same time grow with each other, and at the same time with whoever is watching and listening to this. So that's one. The other one is definitely trying to inspire and help anyone in the world right now to maybe grow, or help them laugh, or maybe help them be a better person, or maybe help them learn about something new about Filipino or Hmong, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's two, right? And then the third one, I'll just say there's many other reasons, but my last one I'll share is because if I have a kid, I want them to really learn to get a chance to really to see us and and learn about who we are, and at the same time it's pretty much what do you call it, like a library of who we are for them to kind of just learn,
Like a scrapbook.
yeah, or scrapbook, but I don't know what you call it. It'd be
Yeah.
great to like, oh yeah, I
Yeah.
want to learn about mom and dad, and they got a chance to kind of just listen to it, or watch us. And yeah, so that's my last one I'll share. So what we're gonna do every podcast session, I will say, is we're gonna try best to leave you with a message, or maybe a message or two, right? I don't know. Maybe let's do two message. One for you, one for
Okay.
me. What do you want to leave the audience with?
I need to gather my thoughts.
Okay,
Let's try it again.
mine is to never give up on what you are doing. And even if you have to do something new, it's okay to transition and, be good at that as well. Because in life, you could be great at multiple things, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, I got my message. My message is to just do it. I think with a lot of things, like we're always waiting for the perfect moment, or we're waiting till we have everything perfectly that we need, and it's gonna take forever if you wait for that moment. So just do it. And I think the best way to learn is through your experience, and you can only do that if you just do it and learn from your mistakes.
That's right.
So that's all I got for today.
All right, that's it. Thank you so much, y'all. If you like what you see and hear, and please share with your family, friends. Hit the like button. Please comment if you have anything that you want to ask us about whatever we're talking about, or any random question. We'll do our best to answer at the next episode. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks. We love you and appreciate you.
Hmongipino out.
Hmongipino out.